claims, led by a collective leadership through our General Secretariat. As a non-state entity with UN-style advocacy, we focus on several key areas: cultural and digital heritage preservation, indigenous diplomacy, revival of indigenous knowledge systems to solve humanity's problems, global peace, environmental preservation, health and wellness, sustained economic development, indigenous and cultural tourism. While the UAN represents numerous indigenous cultures, the United States of KAILASA serves as the first indigenous nation specifically for Hindus. KAILASA's mission is focused on the revival of the ancient enlightened Sanatana Hindu civilization with a formal governance structure including a head of state, ministers, and ambassadors. Under the leadership of SPH, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, KAILASA has achieved recognition as a sovereign subject of international law, possessing distinctive attributes of juridical statehood. The United States of KAILASA is the main sponsor of the proposed UAN headquarters. This initiative would bring forth an estimated $100 million in revenue for the host country through summits, conferences, tourism, and development projects. The proposed UAN headquarters would represent the world's indigenous nations and peoples through its architectural design. It would blend the best of all worlds, featuring top modern architecture, the highest green building standards, and ancient Vastu architectural principles. This headquarters would serve as a central hub for indigenous diplomacy, cultural preservation, and collaborative efforts towards sustainable development and global peace. Through this initiative, we aim to create a dignified platform for indigenous leadership rooted in ancestral wisdom, cultural legitimacy, and collaborative innovation, enhancing global dialogue and regional stability. The establishment of the UAN headquarters would position a host country at the forefront of a global movement promoting indigenous wisdom while creating significant economic opportunities for the nation and its people.
Around 5,000 years ago, at the end of Mahabharat War, the ancient enlightened Hindu civilization consisted of 10,000 Hindu traditions, or sampradayas, that existed in 56 Hindu nations, 200 Hindu kingdoms, 1,700 Hindu provinces that covered more than 6 million kilometers square of Asia. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, SPH, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the reviver of KAILASA, this ancient, enlightened Hindu civilizational nation. KAILASA is an unbroken cultural, religious, historical, civilizational, and sovereign continuation and revival of multiple of these historical Hindu sovereign states and Hindu ecclesiastical entities. The unbroken continuity of these ancient Hindu nations through KAILASA results in the legal recognition of KAILASA as per the international customary law, particularly the doctrine of continuity. The international law, the doctrine of continuity, implies that upheavals and revolutions within a country, changes in government, territorial adjustments, measures taken during military occupation, or other internal transformations do not negate the existence of the country, do not affect the legal personality and international obligations of the country or state. The Vienna Convention on Succession of States in respect of treaties, 1978, addresses these principles of the doctrine of continuity as it outlines international law during situation of state succession or continuation. International law recognizes a state's legal personality by recognizing its identity. This perspective extends even during the period when the given state or country is annexed or occupied by a foreign power. Even in such cases, the legal personality of the state is considered to persist, enabling its subsequent re-establishment. Historical examples dating back to the 18th century include cases like Portugal and Genoa that were re-established after the Vienna Congress of 1815. More recent examples include countries such as Poland, Ethiopia, Czechoslovakia, Albania, and Austria that were re-established after World War II. Even when a nation is deprived of its territory, the nation continues to exist. Its sovereignty and international legal personality continues to persist. The Dalai Lama, as the spiritual and temporal leader of Tibet, exemplifies this principle. In 1959, the Dalai Lama was exiled and forced to flee. Despite the challenges faced, the Dalai Lama continues to advocate for the preservation of Tibetan culture and garners worldwide support for Tibetan autonomy on the global stage. Similarly, from 1309 to 1376, the Pope of Catholicism had been in exile in Avignon. Despite this, he was recognized as the head of state as well as head of the Church, and given full privileges of the position after their return to Rome. Even in 1861, much of the papal territories had been lost, leaving the Pope with no sovereign territory other than the papal residence and related buildings. Yet his temporal powers were still acknowledged. He was recognized as a head of state, and later, the Lateran Treaty of 1929 formally re-established papal sovereignty over the Vatican City. The Sovereign Order of Malta further exemplifies this principle, retaining international recognition as a sovereign entity despite the permanent loss of their territory upon Napoleon's invasion in June 1798. Despite such permanent loss of territory, the sovereignty and the international legal personality of the Sovereign Order of Malta continued to persist. Much later in 1894, the order settled in Rome and acquired two properties, the Magistral Palace and the Magistral Villa that received extraterritorial status. Today, the order maintains diplomatic relations with 112 countries, issues its own diplomatic passports, currency, stamps, and vehicle registration plates, and has been granted observer status in the United Nations. All these examples of state re-establishment illustrate the principle of continuity of states, as per international law, that a state's legal personality persists over time. A nation continues to exist even after a complete loss of territory. A far more striking example is of the oceanic countries, which are under the threat of their entire nation being drowned and submerged due to rising sea levels owing to global warming. In response to such existential threat of climate change, Pacific Island nations, including Tuvalu, have enacted constitutional amendments and made international declarations affirming that their nation and their sovereign rights will continue to persist, despite their entire territory being lost to the sea. This proactive stance is highlighted in the Constitution of Tuvalu Act 2023 and the Pacific Islands Forum Declaration of 2021. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, through the line of succession, is the present 203rd Emperor of the Hindu Sovereign Kingdom of Surangi Samrajya. He was crowned on the 31st of December 2004 at the age of 26. Thus, by very same principles of the doctrine of continuity, through which the international legal personality of Portugal, Genoa, Poland, Ethiopia, Czechoslovakia, Albania, Austria, Vatican, Tibet, Sovereign Order of Malta, and several other nations has been recognized despite having undergone a period of exile, annexation, occupation by a foreign power, or despite loss of territory. The SPH Nithyananda Paramashivam, through well-established legal and historical facts about the Hindu sovereign state of the Surangi Samrajyam, derives all sovereign rights and powers of the royal lineage of the Surangi Samrajyam as its 203rd sovereign emperor, from his inheritance and continuation of the unbroken succession of the kingdom of Surya Vamsa Surangi Samrajyam Sarvanapitha. Surya Vamsa Surangi Samrajyam, through unification with 20 other sovereign Hindu states and sovereign ecclesiastical, historical entities, became part of the United States of KAILASA, which thus became a sovereign, independent juridical state, with the SPH Nithyananda Paramashivam as the sovereign. Just as how the oceanic nations like Tuvalu have safeguarded their sovereignty from the existential threat of total submersion by amending their constitution and asserting that their sovereignty will persist regardless of the loss of their territory, KAILASA, which is a sovereign continuation of 21 sovereign Hindu states and sovereign ecclesiastical historical entities, is also reviving and continuing the Kumari Kandam Hindu nations that got submerged. As per the doctrine of continuity, these facts imply that the KAILASA's statehood is recognized by international law and manifests as a natural outcome of well-established historical legal facts. Share your time, talent, and treasure. Become part of KAILASA. Sign up as an eCitizen https://kailasa.ecitizen.info.
Nithyanandam. Before we begin the Pada Puja and the Paramashiva Puja today, we request all the Pada Puja participants to declare the following with integrity and authenticity. If you agree to the following, please say yes loudly. I authentically cognize, which is internally process, understand and declare the truth that the cosmic energy exists. Yes. I authentically cognize, which is internally process, understand and declare the truth that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, Sri Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva and Sri Nityandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti, the Guru Padukas and the Atmalinga are the Chinmay Vigrahas, the embodiment and representation of that very cosmic energy. Yes. Authentically cognize, which is internally process, understand and declare the truth that whatever I offer to Swamiji, Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva, Nityandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti, Guru Padukas and Atmalinga will reach the cosmic source of energy directly. Yes. I authentically cognize, which is internally process, understand and declare the truth of Sohamasmi, that even when I worship, I am Him. Yes. Let us now enter into the Pratyaksha Pada Puja with the Sadguru Vandanam, invoking the presence of our beloved Bhagavan, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. Please take a few flowers in your hands, hold your hands in the Namaskara Mudra, in the Anjali Mudra, and offer the flowers at Swamiji's feet by the end of the mantra. Nityanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalavachalam Sarvahi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva Samarambham Nityanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Madhyamam Nityananda Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Lalate Tripundri Nitilakrita Kasturi Tilakaha Spuranmaladhara Spurita Katikaupi Navasanaha Dadhano Dustaram Shirasi Bhanirajam Shashikalam Pradipas Sarvesham Arunagiri Yogi Vijayate. Next, we'll begin with the Tattvachamanam. Om Atmatattvam Shodhayami Swadha. Om Vidyatattvam Shodhayami Swadha. Om Shivatattvam Shodhayami Swadha. Please wash your hand with another knee of water. With the base of the right thumb, wipe your lips twice from the right to the left. Om Ham Hridayaya Namaha. Again wash your hand. With the tips of the index, middle and ring fingers joined together, touch above the upper lip and below the lower lip. Again wash your hand. With the index finger and thumb joined together, touch the right nostril, the left nostril. With the ring finger and thumb joined together, touch the right eye, the left eye, the right ear and then the left ear. Again wash your hand. With the little finger and thumb joined together, touch the navel center, the right chest, the left chest. With all 5 fingers joined together, touch the top of the head, the right shoulder, left shoulder and then the heart center. Again wash your hand. Next is the Shuklambaradharam. Please take a few flowers and akshata in your hands. Clench your hands into the Mushti Mudra. Tap the sides of the forehead along with the mantra. Shuklambaradharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashantaye. Next is the Pranayama, the inhalation, retention and the exhalation of the breath. Please perform the Pranayama as we chant the Samhita mantras. Om Hum Ishanamurdhaya Namo Om Him Tatpurushavaktaraaya Namo Om Hum Magurahridaya Namo Om Him Vamadevgukhya Namo Om Hum Satyajatmurte Namo Om Hamridaya Namo Om Him Shirsaya Namo Om Him Shikaya Namo Om Him Kauchaya Namo Om Hum Netarbhyo Namo Mastraya Namaha ओम हम ईशानमूर्ताय नमः, ओम ह्रीं तत्पुरुषवक्त्राय नमः, ओम हुम अघोरहृदयाय नमः, ओम ह्रीं वामदेवगुह्याय नमः, ओम हम सद्योजातमूर्तये नमः, ओम महाप्रदाय नमः, ओम ह्रीं शीर्षे नमः, ओम हुम शिखाय नमः, ओम ह्रीं कवचाय नमः, ओम हुम नेत्रेभ्यो नमः, ओम सहस्राय नमः। ओम हम ईशानमूर्ताय नमः, ओम ह्रीं तत्पुरुषवक्त्राय नमः, ओम हुम अघोरहृदयाय नमः, ओम ह्रीं वामदेवगुह्याय नमः, ओम हम सद्योजातमूर्तये नमः, ओम महाप्रदाय नमः, ओम ह्रीं शीर्षे नमः, ओम हुम शिखाय नमः, ओम ह्रीं कवचाय नमः, ओम हुम नेत्रेभ्यो नमः, ओम सहस्राय नमः। We will be entering into the Sankalpa now. Please clasp your hands and place them on the right thigh. Be seated with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Bring awareness into your Ananda Gandha. Remember Swamiji in your Ananda Gandha. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. Set your intention for the day as to whatever you want to manifest. May it be a breakthrough in your power manifestation, in your completion, and even to manifest a deeper feeling connection, bhakti towards Swamiji.
ओम ममोपात्त समस्त दुरितक्षयद्वारा भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव प्रीत्यर्थम श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव प्रीत्यर्थम च शुभे शोभने मुहूर्ते अद्य ब्रह्मणः द्वितीय परार्धे श्री श्वेतवराह कल्पे वैवस्वतमन्वन्तरे अष्टाविंशतितमे नित्ययुगे प्रथमे पादे जम्बूद्वीपे भारतवर्षे भरतखण्डे मेरोः दक्षिणे पार्श्वे शकाब्धे अस्मिन् वर्तमाने व्यवहारिके प्रभवादीनां षष्ट्याः संवत्सराणां मध्ये शुभनाम संवत्सरे शुभायने शुभऋतौ शुभमासे शुभपक्षे शुभतिथौ शुभवासरयुक्तायां शुभनक्षत्र शुभयोग शुभकरण एवं गुणविशेषण विशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभतिथौ श्री कैलासोन्नत द्वादशान्त श्यामला पीठारूढ़ श्री मीनाक्षी सुंदरेश्वराभिन्न स्वरूप परशिवपुत्र रत्नकुमार गुरुमन्यतुल्यावतार श्री पार्वती स्तन्यपान लब्ध दिव्य ज्ञान विश्रुत सकल निगमागमसारभूत द्राविड वेद प्रवक्तृ श्रीमत् परमशिव करुणा समधिगत मुक्तामय चतुरश्रयाण गीयमान छत्र चामर श्रीचिह्न काहलादि समस्त बिरदावल्यलंकृत ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्ती सर्वजन संग सद्यो निर्वाण दीक्षा व्ययापवर्गवर्ष विश्रानजीमूत परमत कलभकेसरी शैव सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्री राजाधिराज पांड्य महाराज गुरु क्षपण शाक्यादि महांधकार निवारण ज्ञान भानु वीक्षणानर्हार्ह ध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमद् ऋषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समयकर्तृ सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्यवाचक स्वामिनाम अवतार भूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी पुनरुद्धृत श्यामला पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ तृणवद्युत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान अरुणगिरि योगीश्वर परंपरागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञ पीठ गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्य मंगल नित्य कल्याण नित्य रचित कैलास परंपरागत आदि कैलास नित्यानंद पीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठ कर्तृ साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परंपरागत वैवस्वतमनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचंद्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ती परंपरागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडित चतुष्षष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञ पीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूड़ामणि साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणि पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरुपरंपरा प्राप्त अटलपीठ अष्टोत्तरसहस्रतम अष्टोत्तरसहस्रश्री अटलपीठाधीश्वर धर्ममुक्तिस्वर्गपुरस्वर्णपीठ त्रयोविंश गुरुमहासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ जगद्गुरु श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत्परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमज्जगद्गुरु श्रीलश्री भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिनां प्रीत्यर्थं तेषां पादारविन्दयोः भक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थं गुरुकृपा कटाक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थं क्षेमस्थैर्य वीर्य विजय आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्यानाम् अभिवृद्ध्यर्थं धर्मार्थ काम मोक्ष चतुर्विध फल पुरुषार्थ सिद्ध्यर्थं समस्त दुरितोपशान्त्यर्थं समस्त मंगल अवाप्त्यर्थं भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव प्रसादेन सकुटुम्बस्य ज्ञान वैराग्य जीवन मुक्ति प्राप्त्यर्थं श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव अवतार भूत श्री सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूप भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव उत्तमोत्तम पक्ष श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव अवतार भूत श्री सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूप भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव प्रत्यक्ष पाद पूजां करिष्ये श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव पूजां च करिष्ये। ओम उपस्पृश्य
Please drop the flowers and akshata onto your right hand side and rinse your hand with an uddarni of water. Om upasprishya. Next is the Ghantanada. Please take the bell in your left hand and hold it at the level of your heart center and ring the bell along with the mantra. Om आगमार्थन्तु देवानां गमनार्थन्तु राक्षसां घण्टानादं करोम्यादौ देवताह्वानलाञ्छनं घण्टादेवताभ्यो नमः. Next is the Manasa Puja, the internal worship. Please take a few flowers in your hands. Hold your hands in the Purva Mudra. Remember the presence of Swamiji in your Ananda Gandha as you bring awareness into your Ananda Gandha. As we chant the mantras of the Manasa Puja, perform the puja, make all the offerings to Swamiji in your inner space. As we chant the mantras of the Manasa Puja, the meaning of the mantra we will chant now is: I offer a seat in the lotus of my heart, which is anointed with the nectar from the 1,000-petaled lotus. I offer water for washing the feet, and I offer my mind as the traditional bouquet. With that same nectar, I offer the water for sipping and bathing. The element of space becomes the clothing, and the essence of fragrance becomes the perfume. Let the mind be offered as a flower, and life breath become the incense. The element of Tejas, the self-effulgent light, becomes the lamp, and the ocean of nectar becomes the food offering. The unstruck sound becomes the bell, and the element of air becomes the fan. The 1,000-petaled lotus becomes the umbrella, and the principle of sound becomes the song. All the activities of the senses and the restlessness of the mind becomes the dance. I offer the garland of lotuses and various kinds of flowers as a beautiful girdle. I worship the divine consciousness with the flowers of pure emotions. I offer the flowers of absence of deceit, absence of ego, absence of attachment, absence of pride, absence of delusion, absence of hypocrisy, absence of hatred, absence of agitation, absence of envy and greed. The wise know these as the 10 flowers. The non-violence is the supreme flower, and the control of senses compassion, forgiveness, and wisdom are the 5 flowers. Thus, with these 15 flowers of pure emotions, I worship Paramashiva. Let us now enter into the Manasa Puja. Om Hritpadmamasanam dadyat Sahasrarachyutamritaihi Padyam Charanayor dadyat Manastu Arghyam Nivedayet Tenamritena Achamaniyam Snaniyam Tena Jaspratam Akashatattvam Vastram Syat Gandhasyat Gandhatatvakam Chittam Prakalpayet Pushpam Dhupam Pranan Prakalpayet Tejastattvam cha Deepartham Naivedyam Syat Sudham Buddhihi Anahatadhvanirghantam Vayutattvam cha Chamaram Sahasraram Bhavet Chhatram Shabdatattvam cha Geetakam Nrittamindriya Karmani Chanchalyam Manasastatha Sumekhalam Padmamalam Pushpam Nana Vidham Tatha Amayaddir Bhava Pushpaihi Archayed Bhava Gocharam Amayam Manahankaram Aragam Mamadam Tatha Amohakamadam Pancha Advesha Akshobhakau Tatha Amatsaryam Malobham cha Dashapushpam Vidurbudhaha Ahimsa Paramam Pushpam Pushpam Indriya Nigraha Daya Pushpam Kshama Pushpam Jnana Pushpancha Panchamam Iti Panchadashair Bhava Pushpaihi Sampujayet Bhagavantam Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam. Next is the offering of the Upachara Puja, the external worship. First is the offering of Asanam, the offering of the seat. Now please take some akshatas in your hands and offer it at Swamiji's feet by the end of the mantra. Asanam Om Sarvabhutantarasthaya Sarvabhutantaratmane Kalpayam Yupaveshartham Asanam Te Namo Namaha Om Hrim Idam Suvarnasanam Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Next is the offering of Swagatam, the offering of welcoming the Master. Now, please take a few flowers in your hands and offer it at Swamiji's feet by the end of the mantra. Swagatam Om Shantatvat Sarvakartritva Bhavo Paratikaranat Shiva Uktau Mahatantra Mantravidbhis Sada Shivaha Tasmai Shivaya Gurave Vitaraga Kalaya Vai Ameyatvat Anantoyam Ajatva Cha Prakirtitaha Yasya Darshanam Icchanti Deva Swabhishta Siddhaye Tasmai Te Parameshana Swagatam Swagatam Prabho Adya Me Sabhalam Janma Jivanam Sabhala Kriyaha Swagatam Yatvaya Tanme Tapasam Phalamagatam Om Hrim Sarvadeva Devi Swarupa Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Swagatam Suswagatam Te. Next is the offering of Padyam, the offering of water for washing Swamiji's feet. Now please take an udarni of water and offer it at Swamiji's feet along with the mantra. Padyam Om Yad Bhakti Lesha Samparkat Paramananda Samplavaha Tasmai Te Parameshana Padyam Shuddhaya Kalpaye Om Hrim Etat Padyam Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Next is the offering of Arghya, the offering of the traditional bouquet. Now please take the conch decorated with the Arghya and offer the water and the Arghya at Swamiji's feet by the end of the mantra. Arghyaha Om Durvakshata Samayuktam Bilvapatram Tatha Param Shobhanam Shankhapatrastham Grahanarghyam Maheshwara Om Hrim Esho Arghyaha सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय Bhagavate Shri Nityananda Paramashivaye Swaha. Next is the offering of Achamaniyam, the offering of water for the mouthwash. Now please take an uddarni of water and offer it to Swamiji's feet by the end of the mantra. Achamaniyam Om Mandakinyastu Yadvari Sarvapapaharam Shubham Grahanachamanijam Tvam Maya Bhaktya Niveditam Om Hrim Idam Achamaniyodakam Sarvadevadevi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nityananda Paramashivaya Svadha. Next is the offering of Madhuparka, the offering of the nectarine drink. Now please take the Madhuparka in your hands and offer it at Swamiji's feet by the end of the mantra. Madhuparkaha Om Sarvakalmashanashaya Paripurna Sudhatmakam Madhuparkamimam Deva Kalpayami Prasidame Om Hrim Esha Madhuparkaha Sarvadevadevi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nityananda Paramashivaya Svadha. Next is the offering of Gandhatailam, the offering of the scented oil. Now please take the Gandhatailam in your hands and offer it at Swamiji's feet by the end of the mantra. Gandhatailam Om Sneham Grahana Snehena Lokanam Hitakaraka Sarvalokeshu Shuddhastvam Dadami Snehamuttamam Om Hrim Idam Gandhatailam Sarvadevadevi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nityananda Paramashivaya Nivedayami. Next is the offering of Snaniyam, the offering of water for the sacred bath. Now please take an uddarni of water and offer it on the Swamiji's feet by the end of the mantra. Snaniyam Om Idam Sushitalam Vari Swachham Shuddham Manoharam Snanartham Te Maya Bhaktya Kalpitam Pratigrihyataam Om Hrim Idam Saniyodakam Sarvadevadevi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nityananda Paramashivaya Nivedayami. Next is the offering of Vastram, the offering of the sacred clothes. Now please take the Vastram in your hands and offer it at Swamiji's feet by the end of the mantra. Vastram Om Maya Chitrapatachanna Nijaguhyoru Tejase Niravarana Vijnaya Vasaste Kalpayamyaham Om Hrim Idam Vastrottarijam Sarvadevadevi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nityananda Paramashivaya Nivedayami. Next is the offering of Abharanam, the offering of the sacred jewelry. Now please take the Abharanam in your hands and offer it at Swamiji's feet by the end of the mantra. Abharanam Om Swabhava Sundarangaya Nana Shaktyashrayayate Suvarnam Bhushanam Tubhyam Kalpayami Prasidame Om Hrim Idam Suvarnabharanam Sarvadevadevi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nityananda Paramashivaya Nivedayami. Next is the offering of Gandha, the offering of the sandalwood paste. Now please take the sandalwood paste in your right hand ring finger and offer it onto Swamiji's Paduka along with the mantra. Gandhaha Om Shariram te na janami cheshtam naivacha naivacha maya niveditan gandhan pratigrihya vilipyatam Om Hrim Esha Gandhaha Sarvadevadevi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nityananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Next is the offering of Pushpam, the offering of flowers. Now please take a few flowers smeared with sandalwood paste in your hands and offer the flowers at Swamiji's feet by the end of the mantra. Pushpam Om Turijavana Sampannam Nana Gunamanoharam Ananda Saurabham Pushpam Grihyatam Idamuttamam Om Hrim Etani Sachandana Pushpani Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Vaushat. Next is the offering of the Bilvapatram, the offering of the Bilva leaves. Now please take a few Bilva leaves smeared with sandalwood paste in your hands and offer it at Swamiji's feet by the end of the mantra. Bilvapatram Om Amritodbhavam Shri Vriksham Shankarasya Sada Priyam Bilvapatram Prayachami Pavitram Te Sureshwara Om Hrim Etani Sachandana Bilvapatrani Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Vaushat. Next is the offering of the Tulasi Patram, the offering of the Tulsi leaves. Now please take a few Tulsi leaves smeared with sandalwood paste in your hands and offer it at Swamiji's feet by the end of the mantra. Tulasi Patram Om Namaste Bahurupaya Varadamurtaye Paramatmane Swaha Om Hrim Idam Sachandana Tulasi Patram Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Next is the offering of Dhupa. We now request all the participants to please light your lamps and light the incense sticks. Next is the offering of Dhupa. Now please take the lit Dhupa in your hands and slowly wave it towards Swamiji along with the mantra, and please ring the bell as you do so. Dhupaha Om Vanaspatiraso Divyo Gandhadyasu Manoharaha Aghreja Sarvadevanam Dhupoyam Pratigrihyatam Om Hrim Esha Dhupaha Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Next is the offering of Deepa, the offering of the lit lamp. Please take the Deepa in your hands and slowly wave it towards Swamiji along with the mantra, and please ring the bell as you do so. Deepaha Om Suprakasho Mahadeepaha Sarvatastimiراpaha Sabāhyābhyantarah Jyotirdeepoyam Pratigrihyatam Om Hrim Esha Deepaha Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Next is the offering of Naivedyam, the offering of the food. Please take an udarni of water, hover it clockwise over the Naivedyam and offer the water at Swamiji's feet by the end of the mantra, and please ring the bell as you do so. Naivedyam Om Naivedyam Vividham Deva Sharkara Adivinirmitam Maya Niveditam Bhaktya Grahana Parameshwara Om Hrim Idam Shopakarana Naivedyam Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Nivedayami. Next is the offering of Paniyam, the offering of water for drinking. Now please take an udharni of water and offer it at Swamiji's feet by the end of the mantra. Paniyam Om Samastadeva Devesha Sarvatriptikaram Param Akhandananda Sampurnam Grahana Jalamuttamam Om Hrim Idam Panarthodakam Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Next is the offering of Punarachamaniyam, the offering of water for the mouthwash. Please take an udharni of water in your hands and offer it at Swamiji's feet by the end of the mantra. Punarachamaniyam Om Uchishtamapya Shuchirva Yasya Smaranamatrataha Shuddhimapnoti Tasmai Te Punarachamaniyakam Om Hrim Idam Punarachamaniyodakam Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Swaha. Next is the offering of Arartrikam, the offering of the lit arati. Please take the camphor and light it. Taking the lit arati in your hands, slowly wave it towards Swamiji along with the mantra, and please ring the bell as you do so. Arartrikam Om Hrim Esha Deepamala Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Om Sangrahanyeshtya Yajate Imam Janatagum Sangranhaniti Dvadasharatnirashana Bhavati Dvadashamasa Samvatsaraha Samvatsarameva Varundhe Maunji Bhavati Urgvai Munjaha Urjameva Varundhe Chitra Nakshatram Bhavati Chitram Va Etat Karma Karpura Gauram Karunavataram Samsarasaram Bhujagendraharam Sada Vasantam Hridayaravinде Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami. Arartrikam Samarpayami Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Charana Kamalebhyo Namaha. Next is the offering of Pushpanjali, the offering of the fragrant flowers. Please take a few flowers in your hands, hold your hands in the Anjali Mudra, and offer the flowers at Swamiji's feet by the end of the mantra. Pushpanjalihi Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Akhanda Mandala Karam Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Aneka Janma Samprapta Karma Bandha Vidahine Atmajnana Pradhanena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Mannatha Shri Jagannatho Madguru Shri Jagadguruho Mamatma Sarvabhutatma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavadvyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Nithyanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyadiraksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Pushpanjalim Samarpayami Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Charana Kamalebhyo Namaha. Om Nithyanandam